YouTube friends. Today we are cooking with friends. I'm doing a collab video today and we are all going to be making something that would be perfect for a picnic or a potluck. So I'm going to be baking because that is something I really enjoy doing. I love cooking as well, but today we're going to make my grandmother's oatmeal cake recipe. So I'm going to share that with you. I will type it out in the description box below, along with all of the other channels who are doing the collab this time around, which include Alex from Life of a City Girl and Kay from the Purple Wall. So I will definitely link to theirs and anyone else who ends up joining us for this video collab. So I have some water boiling behind me and we're going to add the boiling water to some oatmeal to get this cake going. So we're going to take 1 cup of old-fashioned oats and 1.5 cups of boiling water. And we're going to mix this together and let it plump up the oatmeal, and we're going to give it a chance to cool before we add it to the cake mixture. So I'm just going to set that aside and give it a stir, and then we're going to get started mixing up our other ingredients in my stand mixer. My oven is preheating to 350 degrees, and I've already greased my 9x13 cake pan, and now we're going to go ahead and get the dry ingredients mixed together. So we're going to do 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour. There's my half. We're going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then I'm just going to whisk those items together. The recipe calls for you to sift them together, but I'm lazy, so we're just going to use a whisk and get the same general effect. And now my dry ingredients are ready to go. To the bowl of my stand mixer, I am going to add 1/2 cup of butter. Now, normally I would use unsalted butter, however, I was running out of that. So we're going to do salted butter this time around, and I did use just a little bit less salt this time in my recipe than I normally would. And to this, we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar and 1 cup of brown sugar. I do my brown sugar lightly packed. We're going to go ahead and cream the butter and sugar together. When that's combined, we're going to go ahead and add 2 eggs. We're also going to add 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I like to be pretty generous with my vanilla when I'm baking, so I usually end up adding a little more than what the recipe calls for. And we'll let that combine. You say hi, friends?
Hi, friends.
Are we making cakes? Are we making a cake? Oh, whoa, we found something else to stir. We were stirring the oatmeal now that it's cooled off enough, because we needed to help in the kitchen. She realized I was filming. Right, River? You tell them we're making an oatmeal cake?
Oh, that's Danny this.
Yeah, it's in there, yep.
What?
So now we're going to go ahead and add the cooled oatmeal mixture into the mixer.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
This.
We're going to stir it first. It's very important that you stir the oatmeal very well. Oh, and you're going to food fit for me. Oh, thank you. Well, she's cooling it off for us. All right, now we're going to add it into the mixer, right? So now that it's cooled enough that we won't scramble our eggs, we're going to go ahead and add that right into the mixture.
No. I take that.
And go ahead and turn it on. Right, River?
No, I want that.
You don't want that? Oh, was that a little scary? It's just making a noise. So we're just going to get that just combined. Won't take more than a second to let you guys down so you can see what it's looking like. There we go.
Want down, Mama?
You want down? Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and add in our dry ingredients.
Hi, Mommy. I
you too.
I want to stick this.
See if I can manage to get flour all over my counter. There we go. All right, and we're just gonna let this come together. All right, we're gonna go ahead and scrape the paddle attachment. As I make a mess here.
In the water pot.
And then after we get this into my already greased cake pan, we're gonna go ahead and bake this for 35 to 40 minutes. Like I said, for 35 to 40 minutes, we're gonna bake this until a toothpick comes out clean. And then we're gonna go ahead and make a really yummy caramely coconut and walnut topping.
Mommy, that's... Hi. Hello now.
Hello now. All right, we're gonna pour that in. This is totally an awkward body position so that you can see what I'm doing. It smells really good already. You can smell the cinnamon and vanilla. And I can't wait. All right, totally gotta turn this.
Mommy,
I need a professional camera crew.
Whoa,
All right, it's ready to go in the oven. The cake is out of the oven and it's starting to cool, and while it is still warm but not piping hot, we're going to mix up the topping that goes with it, and then we're going to put it under the broiler. So we're going to do 6 tablespoons of melted butter. A 1/4 cup of milk, 1 cup of chopped walnuts. I buy the walnut pieces when I'm making this recipe because you end up paying less than if you bought large or whole walnuts and then chopped them yourself. So we're going to add those in there. We're going to do 3/4 cup of brown sugar. So I have a 1/4 measuring scoop, so I'll just do that 3 times. And this makes a really delicious caramelized topping. It's so good. We make this a lot of times for birthdays even because I just love it. Okay, we're gonna do 1 cup of coconut. Whatever brand you like. And then some vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to grab a fork and stir that up. Just making sure to break up all the bits of brown sugar. So here is what the topping looks like all stirred up, and we're going to go ahead and pour that right onto the cake. And then I'm going to spread it around with a fork. And I'm going to stick it under the broiler and really keep an eye on it because this can start to burn very quickly if you don't watch it. So I can tell you this from personal experience. All right, we're going to go ahead and spread it around while a baby talks constantly in the background, knocking things over. All right, it is ready to go under the broiler. Here is what it looks like, fresh out of the oven. Beautifully caramelized and just starting to get brown on the coconut. So I say we cut a piece. All right, and here is what it looks like all dished up.
Hello now. Hello.
All right, so there is the first bite. It looks delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Again, I will link everyone's channel down below, and thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.